No.
Okay. I 100% believe you. But if you were lying, you should know that I'd answer any question you have about anyone.
Goodbye.
Later. Well, that was quick.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hmm. Huh? Oh no, it's locked. Hello?
Nancy? Is that you? Are you okay?
I'm locked in.
Me too.
There's no air flowing in. How do I get out?
Stay calm. Look for a way out.
It's pretty hot in here. I'd better find my way out as quickly as possible.
What are you doing here?
Back off, old man.
I said, what are you doing here? And while I'm at it, what's in the bag?
And I said back off. Hey, let go!
I don't want to see you here screwing around after hours.
Are you crazy? This is mine. Leave me alone.
Yeah, you better run.
What were they arguing about? Check. What's he doing in there?
What do you want?
What were you shredding?
Nothing.
It didn't seem like nothing.
Leave it alone.
What were you saying to Mason earlier?
Nothing you need to worry about.
You seemed a little angry.
I was.
I got locked in the lab and almost died.
That's so?
Yes, someone turned off the oxygen. I had to crawl out the vent.
Smart. Most wouldn't have thought of that.
Do you have any idea what happened?
Nope.
I could have died in there.
This is a lab. It's not to be taken lightly. Forget that and you will end up dead.
Bye.
Yeah.
Check.
Strange. What's Ellie up to with this? I bet I could tape this back together. The kill switch for the Tesla coil. Why does Gray have it? I need to figure out what was on this page before Gray shredded it. Got it. Now to find a way to take this with me. What was put into safekeeping? I'd better look into that. Did that. Did that.
The hours have gone negative this week. The news of the announcement has gone far beyond what I wanted. I've lost control over it, and we're not ready. Gray's been helping me comb through all the unsuitable work. I've had to step up my own security. I can't be too careful now. The mood in the lab has been tense for a long time, but there has been a shift.
Still have to do that.
A sudden calmness to my enemies as of late, as if they're planning something. Paranoia has always come creeping into the back reaches of my mind when I stretch myself too far, but I've not been overextended. Quite the opposite. Everything has been going smoothly with the energy project. This, I fear, isn't paranoia. I find myself unable to trust anyone here, but I can't leave the work, not until it's announced. There's electricity in everything, but we don't know how to see it because we perceive it to be scarce, always looking for exotic solutions. Exotic and costly. Victor once warned me to take it easy with the announcement. The world economy is built on expensive energy. To flood the market could cause a collapse, but to continue to hide the resources we have, to deprive those who need them, I see why Tesla liked his pigeons. They fly only where they're directed, and never question the effect the beating of their wings will have on the skies and the world below.
Still have to do that. What was Nico working on? Is this some sort of code? Still have to do that.
Hey there, Nancy Drew.
Someone knocked me out and locked me in the photo lab.
That is the least shocking thing ever. You do realize that, right?
I suppose that's what I get for calling you with this problem.
Yeah. Hey, you should volunteer at one of those neurological study places, because you have been knocked out a lot, my friend.
I'll keep that in mind.
Maybe not the safest place to keep it in your case.
I got a text from Ryan. Did you give my number away?
No. I did post it online, like a whole bunch.
What? Why?
Because I assumed it would be hilarious. But don't lecture me or anything, because my dad already did, and that totally counts. Ryan must be good with computers, because that was a while back. I'm frankly surprised it took you this long to figure it out.
I'm a little stuck on the case.
And you called me? That's a bad sign.
Goodbye.
Hanging up.
Hi, Nancy. Look, I wanted to apologize for how our last conversation ended. I just want this investigation over. I was so sure it was Ryan. I guess I was just blinded by how much I wanted to wrap things up.
I can understand that.
The more I think of it, I'm glad it's not her. She always made the place a little more fun. I guess it's time to take a long look at everyone else. Keep an eye out. As we narrow in on the suspect, things might get a little dangerous.
Someone knocked me out.
What? Are you okay?
I am now, but I woke up in a photo lab and someone turned the oxygen off. I could have died.
What are you talking about?
The air was off. I think someone was trying to kill me.
I'm sure it was an accident.
Gray was shredding some documents.
What is wrong with my staff? Could you get to the bottom of that, please? Thanks.
I'd better get going.
Talk to you later.
I need to figure out whose card this is. I need to get this to add up correctly. I thought they hated each other. What's going on here? Did that. Can't check that off yet. That's done.
What do you want?
Do you know why Mason and Ellie would be spending time together? I thought they hated each other.
I have a theory.
What is it?
Secret.
I get the sense Nico was protecting you. Why?
Couldn't read his mind then, still can't now.
I'd better get going.
Yeah.
Can't do that right now. Gray's shredded notes seem to mention this was important. Gray's shredded notes seem to mention this was important. Gray's shredded notes seem to mention this was important. Gray's shredded notes seemed to mention this was important. Gray's shredded notes seemed to mention this was important. What's someone with a PhD doing working in security? Check. Gray? Is this the unedited tape? If it is... Wait, what's that code in the corner? Check. haven't done that.
What's up?
I was locked in the photo lab. I think someone tried to kill me.
The air was off.
Yeah, I had to crawl out the vent.
No one was trying to kill you.
How can you be so sure?
The only one who knew about the air cycling off was me. I'm working on the vent system. If someone locked you in, they weren't trying to kill you.
Then what were they trying to do?
I don't know, but I'll make sure the air stays on. Still, be careful out there.
Bye.
Later.
Can't put that on yet. I need to build the frame from paws up.
What's up?
Bye.
Bye.
Yes?
You were here the other night.
So what if I was?
Someone attacked me.
You think it's me? It wasn't, okay?
Why do you seem so nervous?
Shouldn't I be if someone's attacking people?
Is this your card?
Mine has my name on it.
What were you and Ellie doing spending time together?
We weren't.
I know for a fact you were.
For a fact? Well, I know for a fact you're wrong. Let me get back to work. What are you doing?
What do you want?
I'll let you go.
Bye.
This was the card that opened the lab the night of the murder. That's done. Can't leave the card behind.
Glad you made it through that lock-in. That could have been real bad.
Is this your card?
Nope.
Mason said it isn't his either.
Then it must just be an extra.
Why were you spending time with Mason? I thought you two didn't get along.
We have to meet up to coordinate experiments once in a while.
You and Mason are working on a project together. Something secret.
You're wrong.
Then you won't mind if I tell Victor what you're up to?
You'd be smart not to. He doesn't have patience for people stirring up the bottom of a river that's best kept still.
What happened back there in the lab?
I don't know. You're lucky you got out. Really lucky.
This card I found, according to the record, it's the one that opened the lab the night Nico died.
What do you mean?
It's in the log.
That was just a glitch. The video shows just one person entering the lab, Nico.
What were you doing with Nico's things?
How did you find those?
So you were hiding them?
Stay out of my things, hun. You don't know what you're messing with.
After Nico died, you left for a while.
That's true.
Where did you go?
Home.
You mean back to where you grew up?
Of course. I wouldn't call Colorado home.
Why not?
Between you and me, I'm looking to get out of here as soon as possible.
Why?
Even if what happened to Nico never happened, Colorado never welcomed me with open arms.
Why do you think that is?
I honestly don't know.
Can you walk me through what happened the night Nico died?
This isn't something I should talk to you about.
I know, but my boss would really like to know.
Look, it was a hard night for me. I'd like to keep it in my rear view.
According to the police report, Nico had been dead for 30 minutes before you called 911. What happened?
I tried, but the phones were out.
What about your cell phone?
I must have left it at home that night.
When you left, I understand you took all of your work with you.
It's my work. I need to keep it safe.
Keep it safe from whom?
I just meant in general.
What made you decide to come back?
The police.
Did they force you to come back?
They were persuasive. I don't know if they were going to force me back, and I really didn't want to find out.
You never said why you hid some of Nico's work.
I'm not supposed to have them, but I see you get that. If you have to ask why I'd go out of my way to understand how someone like Nico thought, then you obviously don't realize what a big deal he is. That, and he wanted to keep them from Mason. He hated Mason.
Did he say why?
Honey, would you ask anyone to explain why they hate Mason?
Did you think Nico's work was important?
Not was. Is.
Important enough to kill for?
Yes. More than once.
Whoa, what do you mean by that?
Look around. Life isn't just life anymore. It's plugged in all the time. People live in this weird dream world of their own creation. We're running out of power, and fast. Imagine the jolt when we all wake up together. Nico cracked it. A way to harvest the electricity that's already there all around us. Or, so I heard. I never saw his work. His work is so important, it can't be measured in money. It's pure power. Economic, political, military, and literal power beyond measure. Wars have been fought for far less.
I'd better get going.
Goodbye, Nancy.